Welcome back to another Flashback Friday. Today we'll be
I got this. Today we are looking at 2008's The Dark Knight, directed by Chris Nolan, starring Christian Bale, Morgan Freeman, and Heath Ledger, just to name a few. Terry, 2008. Great year for superhero movies. We just did a Flashback on Iron Man last week. I mentioned that it was the same year that Dark Knight came out, hence why I wasn't paying attention too much to Iron Man. So, what do you remember of the experience with The Dark Knight?
Oh my God. So, first of all, in doing the flashback, I, for some reason, don't recall Iron Man and Dark Knight coming out the same year.
Yeah, it's weird.
At all.
It's weird.
I thought Iron Man came out like 98. But anyway, so, as far as the Dark Knight experience, this was when I was young. I was like a junior in high school, so I was just getting into, doing stuff on my own. And I don't remember much about the marketing. Like, I know we'll get to the Heath Ledger controversy, but I didn't hear none of that because I didn't do what I do now. I didn't look up stories or anything.
Exactly.
So I just like, okay, it comes out this day. Me and my best friend, let's go. We thought we were being smart. We got up there at like 10 in the morning or something. We was like, dude, let's just buy our tickets, go early because it's going to be crazy tonight. We get there. And the lady's like, yeah, we're sold out until 11 o'clock tonight. What?
Oh, shoot.
So that's my first time with a big blockbuster. And, I didn't know all the tricks of the trades back then. So we was like, okay. So we bought our ticket for 11. We was like, well, guess we got to hang out all day and come back tonight. So we did that. And we came back. And there was a line wrapped around the building. So not only did we have to wait till 11, we got there like, I don't know, 10 minutes before, and it was packed. And this was the first and only time I ever did this. I literally sat, it was like a movie where I had to sit in the very front row, like middle seat.
You did that for Lord of the Rings.
Literally, look at me, I'm a big dude. Sat between two dudes bigger than me.
Oh.
Literally, it was like a movie. I'm just like, okay, they were wearing football jerseys too, ironically. So I'm just, all right, excuse me. And my friend literally sat on the steps. Like, people were sitting on the steps. They sold too many tickets. Like, people were sitting, and so, yeah. Loved every second of it.
That's an event right there.
Loved every second of it still. Neck didn't work the next day, but I was like, oh my God. And I remember it was 11 o'clock. The movie's long, so we got like at 1 something.
Yeah.
So it's clear roads, it's dark. My friends just speeding off. I remember I poked my head out the window.
Jesus. I didn't do that. I don't think. I don't honestly remember the first time I saw it. I think I remember the second time I saw it. Weirdly, I snuck in. We saw Step Brothers, and then we snuck into this.
Man, that's a double feature right there.
Yeah, we snuck into this the second time I saw it. And I remember vividly though. The bank scene, the opening scene, I remember that perfectly. So to get a little bit into the story of it and what I think of it, it's got to be the best superhero movie ever. It has to be. It can't, there's no comparison. I don't think anything will ever come close to it. But it's also, it's standalone. It's a different kind of comic book movie. It wasn't straight, ripped from the comics either. So, I think that's what makes it special, makes it standalone. Obviously the big thing here is Heath Ledger as the Joker. Again, I don't think you ever duplicate something like that, and I think with Jared Leto he's not trying to, so good on him. But man, this movie brought the superhero genre into the Academy, and it got Heath Ledger Best Supporting Actor.
Postmortem.
What?
Postmortem.
Yeah, postmortem. And so I think that's probably the first time anything like that's happened with someone in a superhero movie. Yeah,
it's a whole nother conversation to talk about whether or not he would have got it if he didn't die. But yeah, as far as superheroes winning any type of major awards, that's like the first one.
Yeah, so it amazing. The best scene I think in that was obviously the interrogation room. That gives me chills thinking about it, and so
interesting.
Yeah. Why? What was your favorite?
It was after that. What happened after once they, split up, and then he gets the guy in the cell, he calls the cell phone and it blows up, and then he leaves, and it was like, well, where's Lau? Or no, they showed the Joker walk up and take Lau, the Chinese guy, and then it was like, he wanted to get caught. I was like, oh my god! I was like, this Joker is so smart.
Yeah.
That's where I walked away with. I love the performance itself, but as a character, this Joker was just always one step ahead every single time, and that just blew my mind.
Yeah, it's not a simple movie to follow either, which is kind of what I appreciate. You really have to kind of think about the psychology of the characters and the psychology of the plot. So I think, again, what makes it special. So, not to drone on, because we can go on for an hour. I know that for sure. So what is your grade? Do I even have to ask? Is what I'm...
No, you don't.
No.
10. It's a 10.
It's a 10 for me. That's... You can call it bias, but I don't think you have to, because I think everyone can agree that this movie is without a doubt a 10 out of 10.
On a couple levels, because especially now that we have a new Batman, and Ben Affleck is very Batman. It's very
comic book.
Yeah, it's very big Bat Cave, all this stuff. And it's like Nolan, not only did he tell it wasn't crime exactly. It was a little crime, action, and a little thriller, psychology all mixed into one. But not only was he able to tell a great story that way, he did it using popular characters like Batman and put it in that world.
It's like he had a story he wanted to tell, and using those characters was his medium to kind of go out to.
And to use my hand analogies, he took something popular like Batman and brought it down to ground level, which he said he wanted to do. And that's exactly what he did, where you felt like that could actually happen in Chicago, because most of it looked like Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, that could be somebody with enough money that can do this stuff.
Yeah.
It is a 10. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, it's a 10. Okay, so that's it for this flashback. Make sure to tune into Canon Weekly, and next week for our next flashback. So subscribe if you want more of this stuff from the Canon. We'd be happy to give it to you. So tune in next time, and remember,
if you heard it here,
it's Canon.